Hey all, Kurt Sasso here from TGT at Fan Expo Canada 2011. We're here at the Renegade Arts and Entertainment booth with Lovern, creator of Shane Simpson. It's a beautiful book, but how are you doing today?
I'm doing very well. It's a great con, and there's a lot of guys that I've worked with over my career that are in here, and I've actually snuck away earlier and said hello to some of them. It's always good.
Now, I looked at your book. I was talking to Alexander. He had high praise of your book, and I flipped through it. Beautiful artwork, great storyline. Why did you want to create this type of book?
Well, it's something that sort of grew out of an idea, and the fact that it was a story first, and then it was then I had to decide whether is this something I wanted to make a book, or draw myself, or should I maybe even think about a film like animation. I come from an animation background in that, so it was a lot of choices, but it was first the story, and then it occurred to me that John Bolton had done an absolutely gorgeous story years ago in Epic magazine, a Christina Rossetti story, and it was beautifully painted. And I thought, oh, if I could have it painted by him, and I thought, all I can do is I ask, and worst he can say is no. And I had met him before, and so I was able to contact him and told him about the story, and he loved it, and then it had to be a book at that point.
The artwork in it just really sends a powerful message in every panel that you see here, and the fact that it's all hand painted just adds that realism to it. It's incredible. It was one of the reasons why I am so lucky. Never mind, was that John wanted to do it. His capturing of reality. I know that people, when they look at some of the watercolor portraits he's done in there, they're like living and breathing. They're so real that I've certainly had to explain to some people that this isn't a photograph. This is a painting, and they're quite in awe of it, and with good reason. When it comes to putting together a book like this, you said it stems from an idea. How long was that rattling around in your mind there?
It was rattling around from the day of my honeymoon when I came up with it, and then I thought about some stuff, and very early on, probably within a month, I had contacted John, and he was on, and then at that point I had to start breaking it down into pages and stuff so that John could work from it. So it was bouncing around for a while there. We had talked to Mike Richardson at Dark Horse, and he was interested in doing it, and so we thought we had a publisher, thought it was going to happen, and it didn't for numerous reasons. And then it was like a comedy of errors that stretched out for 20 years after that. And even at one point we had interest in Hollywood about a Shane story, but they had wanted to see it as a modern story. So I even had to rewrite the concept so it worked for that. But with so many so many things in Hollywood, it's never came to naught. But it was an interesting exercise, and then finally we found Alexander and Renegade, and now it's real again. And finally, I got the pages from John and put the dialogue in, because before that, I hadn't dialogued the book out. We had been doing it Marvel style, so I did plot and breakdown, and then John did thumbnails and changed some few things around so that until it was painted, I couldn't really dialogue it. It was great.
It's wonderful. Fan Expo is a wonderfully large Canadian convention here. You have a ton of talent and amazing people working in different areas and genres. What genres do you enjoy the most?
Oh, well,
I like them all. I've worked in everything, I think, except I don't think I've done a romance story, but I think that, I mean, like the old, stuff that amazing people have worked in, like some of Steranko's romance stories are great in that. But I don't know. I find that I could say I like action the most because it crosses genres. You can have an action fantasy story, or an action western, or an action thriller, and so I like to follow the action. It's where the story takes you.
And finally, what personal experiences do you have that you're going to take away from this convention once it all finishes up for the weekend?
Well, meeting with old friends and making some new ones, and looking at some of the amazing art. I'm fortunate enough, like so many people here, to get your hands on and look at with your naked eyeball, original piece of work by David Ross or Jill Thompson or that, and if you have enough money, maybe buy it. So that's the core for me of the experience is meeting the creators and getting to see the original art. Because when I, as a young artist, I had no idea how they were making those marks. And when you get to look at the original art and see how the marks were made on the paper, it gives you so much information, and it's such a thrill. And there's so many great people here. I'm very much looking forward to seeing Joe Kubert. I haven't seen him in years, and that's one of my gods. So.
That's a great way to end, I think, in that case. I just want to thank you, Lovern, for taking the time to do this interview. It's been a true pleasure speaking with you, and I do wish you the best of success with Shane Conception, and it's been a pleasure. Thank you.